Okay, so now all of you know my Twitter handle, which is Lucanegro. So anyway, how do I? Oh, there it is, okay. I just want to start. I mean, I think one of the things that's happening today, and we've been hearing this now for probably 2, 3, 4 years, but more than ever right now, the impact of the mobile internet is going to be really, really big. And we've heard the numbers. I mean, I can go and quote various times and the fact that there's going to be 1 billion smartphones that consumers are going to own by 2013. Mary Meeker probably says it best, that the impact of the mobile internet will be bigger than desktop, than PC, than mini computers, than the mainframe. I mean, and she said this just recently, about 6 months ago. Mobile's a huge opportunity. I know at Pandora, it changed entirely everything we were doing, because now about 65% of all the listening that happens on Pandora is now through mobile devices. Your consumers are here. We know that mobile gives you the opportunity to be personally connected to hard-to-reach young professionals, men and women. They're all on mobile. So why aren't you already devoting more dollars? If you look at the amount of dollars that are being spent in mobile right now, there's not a lot. If you look at the total amount of dollars that could be spent on mobile and the opportunity, you can do branding, you can do direct response, you can do engagement, you can do experiential. You can do whatever you want to do on mobile, and you shouldn't let the size of the screen actually limit what you're thinking about doing. Creative is the key. I think what you have to remember is there's a unique opportunity with the environment. And a cell phone, mobile phone, whatever you might want to call it, is with that person almost daily. It's a personal item. It's attached to them. Some people actually take it with them everywhere they go. But it gives you as a marketer the opportunity to do some very unique things. So the opportunity there is the fact that you've got someone, because they're so personally involved with this phone, and it never leaves their side, you actually can have them lean forward. So give them opportunities to engage with your brand in new and exciting ways. Make your creative stand out. You know, a banner is just the beginning of what you can do, because what you want to do is basically create sight, sound, and motion on phones, which you can do. You can also do compelling DR offers, because you're getting someone at that immediate point of purchase where they might be able to actually consider you and take an action. And most important is targeted. Targeting on phones leads to engagement. This was brought up, I think, in the first presentation where we talked about context, where think about where that person is experiencing your message and making sure that you're targeting it and take advantage of the fact that the phone gives you that opportunity. We've also done some of our own testing on targeting, and we've found that with targeting, you increase your click-through action quite substantially by just adding, demographic targeting, such as male or female or age. If you add geo-targeting, which is probably one of the biggest promises of what mobile can do, basically your click-through rate or your engagement rate goes up substantially. So what I'd like to show you is some examples of some things that you can do that are pretty basic, and they go from basic to a little more extreme, but with a lot of vendors right now, when someone turns on their app, there's an opportunity to run a banner right there on that welcome screen. What's happening is you have someone's full attention, they're anticipating what comes next, and you can basically run a basic banner. Follow that on with like the first impression that they would see, and you have an opportunity to really get a massive reach and awareness. The phone is one of the unique things because it allows you also to do some really creative things. What I want to show you is an example of one of our clients, Victoria's Secrets, who, let me move back one step. Yeah, sorry. One of the things I want to show you is an example of one of our clients, Victoria's Secrets, who wanted to do something very creative. They started out and they had done some limited mobile advertising, but what Pandora gave them the opportunity to do is actually have sort of a data collection, get people to sign up for their Pink Nation, which gives special offers. It's a special club for women. So with Pandora, they started out on the web, and it was so successful, they decided to go ahead and move forward and actually add mobile to it. And what they did is they took advantage of the fact that mobile on Pandora can include sight and sound. So what they did is we actually allow an advertiser in between songs to have anywhere between a 15 to 30-second ad unit. We try to have them do it where it's contextually relevant. So here's an example of what Victoria's Secrets did.
Hey Pandora listeners, if you love Victoria's Secret Pink, join Pink Nation now on your iPhone or iTouch. You'll get lots of freebies, access to events, and the inside scoop on all things pink. Plus, get a special offer text when you join. Give love, get pink.
And then as you see, the opportunity there is the next ad, once that closes, gives that advertiser the opportunity to actually reinforce the message. What's important here too is we actually help them with the assets. So they give us their assets, and we actually help create these interesting campaigns. It was extremely successful, and they've continued to have more campaigns with us with this particular program. They can also click to the site. Another example is entertainment. Entertainment, when you're thinking about a phone, you're thinking about someone being on the go, the opportunity is to give them examples of what could be fun. We have a lot of movies, TV tune-in, and here's an example of Glee, which of course is a musical brand, but what they did by taking advantage of Pandora.
Attention all Gleeks, start voguing immediately. Because tonight, it's Glee's Power of Madonna episode.
It's gonna be magical.
9/8 Central, only on Fox. Oh, and if no one slapped you yet, you can stop voguing.
And as you see, once the message closes down, the music will start again, but what will happen is there's a banner there that's left there. We take their regular IAB standard ad units, banner, but we actually create that additional page for them and actually work with trained studio professionals to actually create the audio ads. There's a lot of talk too on are consumers actually purchasing on mobile? Because one of the biggest categories out there that's not spending a great deal on mobile but's beginning to is CPG. And from some of our brands, we've learned that mobile actually brings brands and products alive closest to that point of purchase. Kraft was the one, through an article that I read and through some of our customer relationships, we found out that 24% of female consumers feel very comfortable making CPG purchases via their mobile devices, which is very new and very interesting, which means the brand should be there talking to these consumers. 42% of moms are much more likely to download mobile content, and part of that has to do with the fact that they use phones to keep sort of their daily life in order. And mobile coupons, all the various things that you can do with mobile give moms what they need to do what they need to do to get through their day. So you can build awareness, you can make special offers, you can increase sales and actually drive people or foot traffic into your stores by using mobile. So marketing to consumers on the go, this is an example of a very simple program that Frappuccino through Starbucks did, where they literally were giving coupons on their phone. And what they were trying to do is reach people and let them know they could come in and get a half-price order of Frappuccino. They also then allowed them, if they did click on the coupon or they wanted to engage further, they were able to learn where the stores were, and once again, mapping to geolocation. There was a number of things they could do that really let the consumer engage with their brand on the go. I think the other part that is really important to learn is when you are putting together your plans for mobile, we've showed some example of iPhone, we've also showed some Android examples, but they are just two of the strong players right now in the market. You need to really think about your targeting and make sure you're using all the platforms where mobile users are. And on BlackBerry, it's a little different. Yet at the same point, you can still do very creative things.